I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Braves vs. Orioles. My team pick is Orioles to win. Max Fried has been pitching up to his potential as of late, as in his previous 7 starts. He is 4-2 with a 1.86 ERA and a 0.83 WHIP in 48.1 innings, while Albert Suarez is 0-0 with a 1.40 ERA and a 1.03 WHIP in 19.1 innings in his last 7 games, 3 starts. These offenses in the month of June are also on 2 completely different levels, as Baltimore is averaging 6.22 runs and a .892 team OPS in 9 games, while Atlanta is scoring 4.25 runs and a .649 team OPS in 8 games this month. Baltimore is 21-12 inside Camden Yards this season, while Atlanta is a mediocre 16-16 on the road, so the Orioles clearly have a home field advantage for this interleague matchup. Go with the Baltimore Orioles to pick up a win at home. My total pick is under 8 runs. These bullpens have been absolutely on fire throughout the season, as the Baltimore Orioles are 4th in Major League Baseball with a 3.32 reliever ERA, while the Atlanta Braves are right behind them in 5th place in the sport with a 3.33 bullpen ERA. When diving into the starting pitchers this season, they are limiting the amount of damage, as Max Fried is 4-1 with a 2.63 ERA and a .146 batting average against in 8 road games, while Albert Suarez is 0-0 with a 2.41 ERA and a .236 opposing batting average in 6 home games, 3 starts. All in all, go with the under in this game as the better option here. Nationals vs. Tigers. My team pick is Nationals to win. The difference in the last 7 starts for these pitchers shows a significant difference, as Mitchell Parker is 2-3 with a 4.17 ERA and a 1.10 WHIP in 41.0 innings of work, while Kenta Maeda is 2-1 with a 6.39 ERA and a 1.50 WHIP in 25.1 innings during that stretch. These offenses in the last week show they are on different levels as well, with the Nationals averaging 4.29 runs in their last 7 games, while the Tigers are scoring 3.33 runs in their previous 6 games. All in all, go with the Washington Nationals to pick up the win here. My total pick is under 8.5 runs. Both bullpens have been doing a decent job throughout the year at limiting runs, as Washington ranks 17th in the majors with a 3.87 reliever ERA, while Detroit is right behind them in 18th place with a 4.04 bullpen ERA so far. In June, these offenses have been atrocious, as Washington has a .640 team OPS in their 9 games this calendar month, while Detroit has a .588 team OPS in their 8 games. Go with the under in this game as the better option. Marlins vs. Mets. My team pick is Mets money line. This should be an exciting Tuesday night matchup in the MLB, but when the dust settles, I think it'll be the Mets who take care of business. I'll lay the juice with New York in this divisional clash. Let's simply start with the recent form, where the Mets are 6-3 in their last 9 games, while the Marlins are just 1-7 in their last 8. I think the reason New York isn't a bigger favorite is because Jesus Luzardo, who has shown signs of greatness in the past, is pitching for Miami. Well, the Southpaw hasn't been sharp this season, entering this contest at 2-5 with a 5.30 ERA and 1.25 WHIP. He's coming off of his worst start of the season against the Rays, 4.1 IP, 9 ER, so I'm certainly not rushing to back him in this game. Let's ride with the better overall team. Give me the Mets on the money line. My total pick is over 7.5 runs. Meanwhile, neither bullpen has been very reliable this season. The Mets are currently 16th in bullpen ERA, 3.85, and 22nd in WHIP, 1.34, while the Marlins are 19th, 4.16, and 23rd, 1.34, in those respective categories. Both offenses should have opportunities to score throughout this game, so I'll play the over at this deflated number of 7.5 runs. Cubs vs. Rays. My team pick is Rays to win. The Cubs and Rays kick off this midweek series in familiar situations. Chicago avoided a sweep against the Reds with a 4-2 win, and they have lost 12 of their last 16 games. Tampa Bay is in last place in the American League East, losers of 12 of 16 at Tropicana Field. Something has to give, and I put my trust in Zach Eflin. He went 4 innings last week in his first appearance off the disabled list, and he figures to get more of a leash in this start. Taylor has given up at least 3 runs in his last 4 starts. Taylor pitched for Tampa Bay in the past, so they are familiar with his pitches. My total pick is under 7.5 runs. Eflin missed just over the minimum 15 days while recovering from lower back inflammation, and the Rays signed off on him returning from the IL without a rehab assignment. Last week, he mimicked a rehab assignment as they only allowed him to pitch 4 frames. I expect him to deliver a strong performance for a Rays team that desperately needs a win. He fired 3 scoreless innings after giving up 2 early runs, and I expect him to carry that momentum into this one. Chicago is 26th in team batting average and will struggle to generate hard contact against Eflin. Guardians vs. Reds. My team pick is Guardians minus 1.5 runs. Currently occupying the second spot in the NL Central Division, the Cincinnati Reds, 32-34, have been putting up decent numbers this season. With an average of 4.36 runs and 7.35 hits per game, the Reds' offense has been consistent. However, their team batting average of .227 and on-base percentage of .308 could use some improvement. On the defensive end, the Reds have a point differential of +15, indicating a strong defense. However, their opponents have been scoring an average of 4.14 runs and 7.98 hits per game. The opposition also boasts a higher batting average of .238 and on-base percentage of .312 against the Reds this season. This season, the Reds have shown a strong record against the run line with a record of 36-30 in all games with a betting line. However, when playing at home, their record against the run line drops to 15-20. Despite this, the Reds have proven to be resilient after a loss, with a record of 20-13 against the run line. In their last 3 games, the Reds have not been able to cover the run line, but they have managed to cover in 5 of their last 8 games. As of now, the Cleveland Guardians are leading the AL Central Division with an impressive record of 42-22. Their offensive prowess is evident as they have been scoring an average of 5.08 runs and collecting 7.94 hits per game. With a team batting average of .240 and an on-base percentage of .318, the Guardians have proven to be a formidable force at the plate. Their strong run differential of +90 further solidifies their dominance this season. However, their opponents have also put up a good fight, scoring an average of 3.67 runs and collecting 7.64 hits against the Guardians. Despite this, the Guardians have managed to keep their opponents at bay with a batting average of .230 and an on-base percentage of .298 against them. This season, the Guardians have had a strong record against the run line, with a total of 37 wins and 27 losses in all games with a betting line. When playing away from home, their record against the run line is even more impressive, with 21 wins and only 14 losses. After a victory, the Guardians have maintained their consistency with a record of 23-18 against the run line. In fact, in their last 2 games, the Guardians have successfully covered the run line and have done so in 3 out of their last 5 games. Run line trends and the current pitching matchup favor Cleveland. My total pick is over 9 runs. The Cincinnati Reds have had an interesting season so far, with 30 out of their 66 games going over the posted total. However, when playing at home, they have seen a different trend with 19 out of 35 games going under the posted total. In fact, their last 3 games have all gone under the posted total. On the other hand, the Guardians have had a slightly higher percentage with 31 out of 64 games going over the posted total. When playing on the road, they have seen 16 out of 35 games go over the posted total. Interestingly, their last game went over the posted total, but only 2 out of their last 7 games have followed this trend. Despite recent trends from Cleveland go over the posted total in this matchup. Phillies versus Red Sox. My team pick is Phillies minus 1.5 runs. Considering Crawford's recent struggles and Wheeler's success during this stretch, I feel confident taking the Phillies in this one. Philadelphia has proven they can win on the road with an 18-10 record, while Boston has struggled at home this season with a 14-18 record. I don't trust Boston right now, especially after they split a series against the worst team in baseball. With Philadelphia going 7-2 in their last 9, I'm inclined to take them along with the spread. My total pick is under 8.5 runs. Boston's starting pitching as a whole has been terrific this season, while Philadelphia has gone 9-0-1 in their last 10 on the under. Boston only managed an average of 3 runs per game in their last 3 games against the White Sox. Wheeler has been solid all season long, and both teams have hit the under in the majority of their games this season. Philadelphia has given up the second least number of runs in the MLB, and Boston is outside the top 5 in the American League in runs scored this season. Pirates versus Cardinals. My team pick is Pittsburgh win. Colorado has been dreadful on the road, winning at only a 28.6% clip and failing to win their past 4 road series. The Rockies' offensive has struggled away from Coors Field, ranking near the bottom of the league in multiple categories, including batting average and slugging percentage, so they may not have the tools to mount a comeback if they find themselves down early. Their pitching staff has not been effective while playing away from their home stadium, ranking 29th in majors in ERA with 5.28. They have yielded the 5th most home runs in away games, so look for the Twins to add several runs to the scoreboard via the long ball. The Rockies have also been defeated in 7 of their last 9 games overall, and they currently reside in the basement of the NL West. The Twins have won their previous 2 series played at Target Field, and they have come out on top in 5 of their last 7 games there. Minnesota's offense has shown signs of life recently, scoring 4 runs or more in 6 of their last 10 games, including an 11-run explosion on Sunday. The stats and trends support a comfortable Twins victory at home on Tuesday evening. My total pick is over 7.5 runs. Rockies versus Twins. My team pick is Twins to win. This is the first meeting of the season between the Central Division foes. Last year, Pittsburgh went 9-4 in their 13 regular season meetings, taking 2 of 3 in St. Louis when they met last in early September. St. Louis starter McCullers has made 5 starts at home this season and was 0-2 with a 5.81 ERA. He's also allowed 5 home runs in 26.1 innings at Busch Stadium this season. 2 of Skeen's 3 wins have come on the road, and the rookie has allowed a combined 2 runs, 3 hits, and 2 walks, and struck out 20 batters in 12 innings away from home. Those outings were in Chicago, Cubs, and Detroit, so I'm expecting another Midwest takedown by the Pirates' young stud. Pittsburgh is 15-17 on the road this season and is 6-4 in their last 10 away from home. Take the Pirates with their young guns on the hill. My total pick is under. The Pirates are doing a really good job providing run support for their young star. They've scored 10 runs in each of Skeen's last 2 starts, and they've averaged 9 runs each time he has started for them this season. McCullers has nearly a 6.00 ERA at home this season, so I do expect Pittsburgh's offense to once again back their best arm. The over went 6-4 in the last 10 games these two played against each other.